Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well today. Um, so today is Monday, March 30th, and I hope this day is finding you all well. Um, we are going to do a chair yoga class today, and so to get started, have available to you a strap, right? A used belt or a little tie can work really well as well. Have some weights handy. Maybe you want to use some soup cans instead. Right? Or you can just use muscle resistance as you lower and contract, right? And also a block, maybe a box of tissues here um, as a nice alternative as well if you don't have a yoga block. All right, and you may also like a pillow. A pillow can also substitute as a block. You can place that pillow underneath your feet as we get started, or you can even grab a second pillow, maybe place it behind your back. Obviously, I forgot about the most important prop here is the chair. So as you sit back nice and deep in your chair, let's sit up nice and tall and just close your eyes here for a moment. Take a beautiful inhale through the nose and then a big sigh out the mouth. And do that a couple more times, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And just letting go of your worries, your concerns, maybe the things that you have on your plate, right? There's so many things right now that we can be concerned about. We can be really stressed and anxious about needing to stay inside and stay socially isolated. That can just be really stressful. So what we're doing is we're just kind of setting those thoughts off to the side and giving yourself permission to really sink in and focus just on your breath. All right, so as we sit back in our chair and sit up nice and tall, let's just take our shoulders for a moment and loop them back and down. Right, and yesterday was Sunday the 29th, and it turned out to be a really sunny day here in upstate New York in the afternoon, and I hope you guys had a chance to enjoy that sunshine and the warmer temperatures. I know for me it really did the body good, the mind good. All right, so as we sit up tall and just let those shoulders melt down and away from that heart center, so your heart center broadens and opens through that chest, right? And placing that pillow or the block underneath your feet lifts the floor to you and hopefully it becomes a little bit more comfortable. Inhaling through the nose and sighing out the mouth. Now remember that this is your practice, so what I'm offering here on this recording is just suggestions. So give yourself permission to skip anything that you want to skip and add what you need to add. Always approach your yoga practice like you would a buffet. Sometimes you feel like potatoes and sometimes you don't, right? So approach what you'd like and reject what you don't want, right? As we sit up tall and close the eyes, we're going to inhale through the nose again. One more big sigh out the mouth. Good, and then inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose with the same force that you would use with a sigh. And hopefully you feel that warming sensation in the back of your throat. Now with your mind's eye, trace that breath, that warmth, from the back of your throat down into the depths of your belly. And hopefully you're starting to feel your body warm up a little bit, and you can start to feel that heat move down into your limbs, into the fingers, and towards the toes. Right? And you may just want to take a moment here just to wiggle out those toes, create some space between each digit. Then we're going to take a nice inhale, both arms sweep overhead. Inhaling, arms sweep up, Exhaling, hands melt through heart center. And let's do that again. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, pulling through. Good, and again. Good. Now the left hand is going to grab the chair. The right arm is going to reach straight line up. We're going to frame our right ear and gently hinge to the left as you hold onto that chair. Let's press down through your feet. Lift that gaze. Take a gorgeous breath. Good. Right arm sweeps across the sky and give that right shoulder a nice shrug. Right hand grabs the chair. Left arm frames the ear, hinging to the right. Let's breathe into that left side body. Good. Left hand sweeps across the sky and give those shoulders a nice shrug. Good. Bring our hands to our knees. Let's drop our chin towards our chest. Good. And then lift the gaze to the ceiling. And again, chin rolls to the chest. And then walk the gaze to the ceiling. Let's do that one more time. And then come back to center. Turn the head to the right. Center, turn the head to the left. Center, turn the head to the right. Center, turn the head to the left. Center, think of your head sitting on that spring. It's a little bobblehead. Just releasing that tension. Great job. We're going to bring our hands to the front edge of that chair and just slide ourselves forward. All right. Gently lift those heels, drop the heels, lift the toes. Great job. All right, now we're going to toe heel those feet out and toe heel the feet in. Toe heel the feet out, toe heel the feet in. Gently lift the heels, drop the heels, lift the toes. Great job. Bringing those knees together, left hand to the outside right knee, right hand to the outside of the chair. Little hinge to the right or little turn. Let's take a beautiful breath. Breathe in through the depths of that belly. And exhaling it out. Good. One more. And let's come back to center, do the other side. Left hand to the outside of the chair, right hand to the outside left knee. Little twist left. Breathing into that outside body. Good, and coming back to center and bring your feet back to hip width distance apart. All right, hands at the tops of the knees. We're going to start at that pelvis. Just gently around the spine, dropping the chin to the chest. Tucking the chin to the chest, we're going to pop those elbows out. And hopefully you feel some broadness across the back side of the spine. Good, one more breath. And sitting up tall and just looping those shoulders back and down. All right, this time the hands are going to swim back like you're taking a breaststroke. Hands grab the outside of the chair as we loop those shoulders back and down, lift the chin. Good, keep puffing out that chest. One more breath. Good, and release and let those arms swing. All right, we're going to roll those wrists one direction and roll our wrists the other direction. And then open the hands really wide and tight fists. Good, extend those arms out in front, pressing through the heels of our hands, just rotate those thumbs out. Good, get a nice stretch through the forearm. And again, let's release and just give those hands a good shake. All right. Left hand's going to grab the chair, right arm's going to frame the ear, little hinge to the left. Beautiful breath in. Right arm sweeps across the sky to give that right shoulder a nice shrug. Right hand grabs the chair, left arm reaches up, hinging to the right this time. Good, left hand sweeping across the sky and give that left shoulder a good shrug. All right, let's extend that right leg, flex the foot, pointing the toes up to the ceiling. Hands interlaced, rest on that left knee. As we sit up tall, we hinge forward, nice flat back. All right, we're reaching through that crown. We're leading with that heart center. Good, keep breathing through the back side of that right leg, releasing the tension in that kneecap. Good, let's point that right toe down, get a nice stretch to the face of the foot. And then reflex the heel, wiggle out those toes. Good, sit up tall, slide that right leg in, slide your left leg out, flexing the foot. Wiggling out those toes. Hands interlaced, rest on that right knee as we sit up tall, take a gorgeous breath. And exhale, hinge forward, flat back, reaching through that crown. Good, one more breath. And reach tall. And hinge forward. And repoint that left toe. All right, one more breath. Excellent job. Let's slide that left leg in. Right, and we are actually going to come to the back of our chair. Before we do that, let's grab a block here. We're going to do those stand up, sit down. So you're going to place that block in between your knees. And you want that block so that your knees are hip width distance. So your knee points align with your hip points, right? So those bony hip bones. So if I were to bring the block to the narrow side, my knees are pointing in, and it's not going to be a straight line from my knee points, the center of my knees, to the center of my hip bones, right? So you want to find something that aligns the knees with the hips as best as possible, right? So now we're just going to press down through the heels. We're going to wiggle out those toes. We're going to take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to squeeze the knees, right? And then we're going to release. Now, on these next exercises, if you feel unstable on your feet, feel free to keep your hands on the chair, right? So you can keep your hands on the chair. You can assist as you get out of the chair with your hands on the chair, right? Or if you'd like, you can stay right in the chair. You don't have to get out. So what you can do is just squeeze the knees and press down through the heels. You can feel those tops of those thighs engage and turn on, and then release, right? So that might be the extent of your exercise for the stand-up sit-downs. If you want to do the full exercise, we're going to take a nice inhale. As we exhale, we're going to squeeze the knees, we're going to press down through the heels, and you're going to rise on up, right? Take a beautiful breath. Exhale, slowly lower on down. Back to that chair. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, squeeze the knees, press down through the heels, rise on up. Good, and slowly lower on down. Nice and controlled. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the knees, press down through the heels, rise on up. Good, inhale, breathe. Now this time we're going to hook our thumbs. So I know you can't see it in the video with me standing up. Maybe if I move back a little bit. You can see my thumbs are hooked. We're going to bring those arms overhead, a little hinge to the right. We're going to pause here to breathe. We're going to press down through those feet. Good, and then come back to center and hinge to the other side. One more breath. Good, come back to center, cactus arms. So elbows pressed down into scarecrow arms, right? Or cactus arms, those Sonoma cactuses. And we're just going to lift that heart center, lift the chin, and breathe. Good, and then we're going to reach those arms back up front, and bring your hands back to your hips here if you like, and bow forward. Right, again, you can use those knees to kind of anchor that pose. You can bend your knees so there's some softness in those knees, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to pull our hips back and bow forward and just wiggle out those toes, right? You're going to notice your hips are behind your heels, right? So here's my hips on top of my heels, and I'm pulling my weight more in the balls of my feet to keep my balance. And here I'm pulling the weight back into my heels, right? So I can wiggle out my toes, and my hips are behind my heels, right? We're going to pause here and breathe. And then as we exhale, we're going to round the spine, drop the chin to the chest, pop those elbows out. And then we're going to loop, we're going to tip the pelvis forward, draw those shoulder blades back and down, and draw the gaze up the front wall. Good, one more breath. Press down through those heels and rise on up and just loop those shoulders back and down, right? And we're going to come to the back of our chair. And hopefully you can see me okay. We're going to do some warrior poses from the back of our chair. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're just going to step back. So as we stand up tall, shoulders over our hips, hips over our heels, hands on the chair, right? If you notice that your shoulders are in front of your hips, just walk your chair closer to you or walk your feet in, all right? As we take a beautiful breath, you're going to walk your feet back, pull your hips back, and bow forward, right? And just soften those knees. You can bend your knees as generously as you'd like here to get that stretch of those hamstrings. So you're going to feel that stretch down the backs of those legs. Just shake out your head for a moment. Shake the head yes, and shake the head no. Good, beautiful. Inhale, keep breathing. Exhaling out. Good. And then lift that gaze. All right, and walk your feet back in. So we're going to take a nice breath. This time we're going to take your right foot, that's going to be your standing foot, and your left foot is going to step back. All right? Now you're going to kind of tick-tock that left heel back to open up your stance, right? And then you're going to take this left heel and you're going to melt it down towards the floor, get a stretch through that calf, and then lift the heel. Lower and lift, lower and lift. Good, one more time, lower and lift. Now take your left heel and you're going to pivot it down. And as soon as you pivot that left heel down, you're going to notice your hips open up, right, to that left wall. So we're just going to breathe here for a moment. We're bending that right knee. We're pressing down through the outside edge of that left foot. And then we're going to lift the arms. So right hand can stay at that chair for that balance if you some support there in your balance, or you can lift that right arm, right? You're going to feel that left shoulder blade hug your spine. As your right arm reaches away, your left arm reaches away. Beautiful breath. Good. Right hand finds the chair. Left arm sweeps forward. And as that left arm sweeps forward, the foot stays where it is. But you're pivoting your right hip back and your left hip shifts forward. So now you can come to warrior one. Again, right hand stays at the chair and the left arm frames, right? Or you can bring both arms up. Beautiful breath. Good. Hands melt down. Grab that chair, pivot your left toe forward, step it up, right? And then we're going to do the other side. So you're going to shake out those legs for a minute. All right, and let's do the other side. This time, left leg's your standing leg, right? Right leg steps back into a lunge. Tick-tock that left heel back, right? Your left knee is bent. Take a beautiful breath. Melt your right heel down. Get that stretch in the back of your right calf. Lift your right heel up. Let's do that 2 more times. Good. One more. Excellent. Now we're going to lift that right heel. Pivot the right heel down. Open our hips towards the right wall. Right arm sweeps back. You're going to feel this right shoulder blade hug into the spine. If you want, left hand stays at the chair for some support, or left arm reaches, right? Beautiful warrior two here as we breathe. Good, now right arm's going to sweep forward, left hand at the chair. Right arm sweeps forward. You're going to notice my left hip slides back, right hip shifts forward, right? You're squaring your hips off to that chair. Same with your shoulders. Both arms reach overhead. Beautiful breath. Right? Or that left hand can stay at the chair. Good. Now, hands come down to the chair. Pivot your right foot forward and step it up. Excellent. Shake out those legs. And hopefully you felt that a little bit. All right, we're going to take a step back, pull our hips back, bow forward. This is a version of our downward facing dog, but using the chair for an assist. All right, softness in the knees, weight back in the heels, wiggle out our toes. Maybe shake the head yes, and shake the head no. Now we're going to add on to those warrior poses, okay? Good. Lift the gaze and walk your feet in. All right, shake out those legs. Hopefully they're loosening up a little bit here. All right, so right leg is going to be our standing leg this time. Hands at the base of that, or at the chair back for support. Step your left foot back, right? We're coming into our crescent lunge. One arm frames the ear, maybe two arms frames the ear. Let's walk that gaze up the front wall. Good, beautiful breath. Excellent. Bring our hands back to that chair. Pivot your left heel down, opening our hips up, warrior two. Right hand at that chair back if you want. Beautiful breath. Good. Now, sweeping the left arm forward, right hand can grab that chair. Left arm comes forward, right? You draw your right hip crease forward, right hip crease comes back, left hip crease comes forward, squaring our shoulders and our hips off up to the front of that chair. Good. Now we're going to pivot that toe back again. Take a beautiful breath. Hands come down to that chair. Now instead of stepping that left foot up, you're going to kick the left foot up. Right leg's going to stay nice and solid. You're going to press down through that right leg, kick it up, and hinge forward, coming into our modified warrior three posture. Right? Now you're balancing on the standing right leg. Beautiful breath. Good. One more. Excellent. Step that left foot down and shake out those legs. All right, we're going to do the other side. Whew. Right? Hopefully you feel your heart working a little bit more, right? Left leg is going to be your standing leg. You're going to shift your weight into your left foot. Step your right leg back, right? Coming into that lunge, maybe tick-tock that right leg back. We're going to take a nice inhale. Both arms reach overhead for your crescent lunge, right? Or the left hand stays at the chair. Beautiful breath. Exhale it out. Good. We're going to open up warrior two. Right heel pivots down, right? We open up our hips to the right. Left hand reaches forward. Right hand reaches back. The shoulder blades hug the spine, and our fingertips reach away from the body. Good. Breathe again. Right arm this time is going to sweep forward. You're going to pull that left hip crease back. Right hip crease shifts forward. Shoulders and hips square to the front edge of the chair. Beautiful breath. Good. One more. Hands grab the chair, right? Now, again, we're not just stepping that right foot up. We're going to pivot that right toe, take a beautiful breath, press into this left leg, and kick that right leg up, right? Hinging forward. Beautiful breath. Right? Now, you're going to feel some wobble happening in that left foot, that left leg. That's what we want. That helps us strengthen that leg. One more breath. Good. Step that right foot down next to the left and rise on up. Inhale, both arms lift. Hook our thumbs, hinge to the right. Keep breathing. Bring it back to center, hinge left. Good. Bring it back to center, cactus elbows. And bring those arms down by our sides and just loop those shoulders. All right, so let's add on a little bit more. Hands to the back of the chair, both feet step back, right? Pull our weight back into our heels, pull our hips behind our heels, and bow forward. Softness in the knees. Shake out the head, yes. Shake out the head, no. Beautiful breath. And big sigh. Good, lift that gaze and walk your feet in. All right, this time, right leg's gonna be standing leg. Shift your weight into your right leg, sweep your left, right? Bring that left leg behind, curl the heel towards the tail, and open up the knee, placing your left foot at your right calf, kickstanding it at the heel, right? Or if you like, bringing that left foot into your inner right thigh, right? Feel free to keep your hands at the chair. If you like, one arm frames the ear, or maybe the other arm frames the ear. Let's open the branches and stand tall in tree posture. Good, bring our arms down to the chair back, right? Release that left foot, send that left leg behind, right? One arm, two arms, stay at the chair, or arms reach overhead, crescent lunge. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, open up warrior two, pivoting that left heel down. Beautiful breath. Good, left hand sweeps forward, pulling that right hip crease back. Left hip crease shifts forward. Pivoting the left toe forward. Now that left heel is ready to lift up and be kicked up into a warrior three. Inhale, breathe. Hands come down to that chair, press into that right leg, kick up and bow. Right, keeping the elbows in and reaching through that crown. Good. Left hand to the chair, right? If you want, right arm opens up. It's called a revolve twist. It's challenging. Right hand comes down to the chair, right? Now we're going to take that left heel, draw it to the tail, and stack open the hips. Right? It's a beautiful breath here. Hands are nice and firmly planted on the chair seat. Press that left heel back, stamp it to the wall behind you, and then if you like, lift that left arm. Right? Half moon. Inhale, breathe. One more. Good. Left hand mounts. Close those hips. Step your left foot down. Walk your hands to the back of the chair back. And shake out the legs. Well done. Let's do the other side. Right? Okay. Standing behind our chair. We're going to take a nice inhale. Loop those shoulders. Inhale, both arms sweep. Hook our thumbs, hinge to the right. Pause here to breathe. Good, come back to center, hinge to the left. Come back to center, cactus elbows. Lift that gaze, puff out that chest, and release. Woo! Good job. So here we go. Left leg's going to be our standing leg. We shift our weight into that left foot, right? We're going to sweep our right. Now we're going to kick that right heel behind, curl the heel to the tail, right? And then open up the right knee. Now that right foot comes to the left calf, kickstands at the left heel, or pulls into that inner left thigh. As we reach up tall through the crown, let's take a beautiful breath. One arm frames the ear, one holds the chair back. If you like, maybe the other arm lifts up. We're going to open those arms Take a beautiful breath. Your tree is strong. You're lifting tall through the crown. Good. Hands come down to that chair back. We're going to release that right foot and just shake it out. And now we're going to add on. All right? So we're going to take that right foot, step it back, crescent lunge. Right? Feel free to tick-tock that heel. Arms reach overhead if you want, or that left hand will stay at the chair. Right? Take a beautiful breath. Now we're going to pivot that right heel down. Open warrior two. So there's where your hips are shining to the right. Shoulder blades hugging the spine as the fingertips reach away. Good. Another breath. Left hand comes to the chair. Right arm sweeps forward. Right? That right hip comes forward. Left hip shifts back. So now your shoulders and your hips square to that chair. Beautiful breath. Warrior one. Hands can grab that chair if you like. Tip that right heel forward. Press into that left leg. Kick it up. Right? Warrior three. Beautiful breath. Hands come down to that chair seat. Right? Beautiful inhale. Now if you like, press down through that right hand. Twist open. Beautiful inhale. Exhale it out. Good. Left hand melts. Now we're going to bend that right knee. And we're going to stack the right hip on top of the left. So the right hip opens up. We take a beautiful breath here. Stamp your right heel to the back wall. Press down through that left hand. Right, we're pressing out on this left shoulder. And peel it open. Half moon. Keep breathing. Good. Right hand melts. Right? Bend your right knee. Close the hips. Bring that right foot down next to the left. Walk your hands up. Stand up tall. Both hands sweep. Hook our thumbs. Hinge right. Come back to center. Hinge left. Bring it back to center. Cactus elbows. And release and shrug those shoulders. Woo! So hopefully that felt pretty good. Let's come back to our chair. All right? As we sit down in our chair, we're going to grab our weights. Hopefully your legs feel a little fatigued, a little tired, a little bit more stretched out. And we're going to work on those arms a little bit and just give them some strength here. All right, so arms down by your sides, thumbs pointing out. Let's take a beautiful breath and a big sigh out. Good, bicep curls. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to alternate. Right, left, right, left. 2 more. Right, left, right, left. Good. And we're going to bring the weights halfway up. Right? Shoulder blades are pulling back and down into their pockets. We're going to squeeze out and squeeze in. Good. 2, 3, 4. Some nice external rotation for those rotator cuffs. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Bring those weights right to the shoulder heads. Sit your elbows. If you can imagine that those elbows are sitting on a shelf right here. Okay, so this imaginary shelf, your elbows are sitting right on top of it. They're going to stay stationary on top of that shelf. We're going to take a beautiful breath. right? We're going to press those weights forward and bring them back. Good. It's almost as if you're guiding an airplane in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Take a beautiful breath. Bring those elbows all the way out, right? Bring those weights right to the shoulder heads. Feel those shoulder blades hug into the spine. Now we're going to extend out and bring it in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, and 8. Great job. Bring those elbows in and arms down by your sides. Loop the shoulders. Good. Take a beautiful breath. Whew. Right? Now, with those shoulders pressing down and away from the ears, we're going to lift tall through the crowns. Thumbs are still pointing out. Right? We're going to take a beautiful breath. We're going to drop our chin to your chest. Roll your right ear towards your right shoulder. Just pause there for a moment to breathe. Maybe tilt your head a little bit further back to the back right corner. That corner behind you. Good. Now slowly roll your chin to your chest. Roll your left ear towards your left shoulder. And breathe. Maybe tilt your head to the back left corner just a tad bit more. Good. Slowly draw your chin back to chest and shake out that head. All right, lift the chin towards the chest. Drop the chin towards the chest. Lift the chin towards the ceiling. And chin comes down towards the chest. Good. Come back to center. And here we go for round 2. We just have 6 bicep curls. So 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to alternate, right? Start with the left and then the right. Good. Then the left and the right. One more. Left and right. Now come halfway up. Shoulder blades pulled down into their pockets. We're going to squeeze out, squeeze in. Good. All right, so here's 3. We have 3 more. You want to keep those elbows at a 90-degree bend. And last one. Excellent. All right, and we're going to bring those weights up to the shoulder heads. Place our elbows onto that imaginary shelf in front of us. Keeping those elbows in. We don't want these elbows sticking out here, right? Now we're going to press forward and bring those weights back to our ears. Good. 2. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Bring those elbows out, right? Shoulder blades hugging the spine. Press out and bring it in. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring those elbows down by your sides. And again, loop those shoulders. And hopefully that feels pretty good, right? Those arms are starting to feel a little tired. All right? Keeping the thumbs pointing out, right? Nice loose grip on the weights. Roll your chin towards your chest. And then lift the gaze to the ceiling. Again. Come back to center. Turn the head to the right. Center to the left. Center to the right. Center to the left. Good. Think of your head staying on that spring. Little bobblehead. And just taking a beautiful breath here. We're going to roll the chin towards the chest and then roll your right ear towards your right shoulder and pause. Good. One more breath. Slowly roll the chin to the chest. Left ear rolls to the left shoulder. Beautiful breath. Keep breathing. Excellent. Chin rolls to the chest. Shake out the head. Right? Rolling from right to left, left to right. And let's release that head back to center. And think of your head sitting on that little spring. That's a little bobblehead. And then we're going to place the weights down to the floor. All right, and just give those hands a good shake. Right, open the hands really wide, tight fists. Roll the wrists one direction and then the other. All right, now we're going to bring it back to cactus elbows. And then squeeze the elbows together. Take a beautiful breath. Right? Pull the elbows into the belly button, round that spine. Drop your chin towards the chest. Hopefully you can feel that stretching even in your lower back. One more. Good. Now we're going to sit up tall. Keep those elbows squeezing together and just lift those elbows. Good. Open it back up. Good. And then just roll those shoulders back and down. Hands on top of those shoulder heads as we loop the elbows. And then the other direction. Well done. All right. Feel free to place. All right, friends. So for the closing of our class today, why don't you grab a pillow, stick it underneath your feet, or use a block. Lift that floor up to you. Maybe stick another pillow behind your back so that you can feel nice and comfortable in your chair. And as you sit up nice and tall, we're just going to once again focus on the breath and move into our devotion for the day. So as we sit back nice and tall, maybe close your eyes again, take a beautiful inhale through your nose, and a big sigh out the mouth. And let's do that one more time. Inhaling through the nose, and a big sigh out the mouth. And again. And hopefully you can feel your body settle. Your sit bones feel a little heavier into your chair. Your feet feel a little heavier into the floor. And now we're going to start to exhale through the nose. So inhaling through the nose. Let's pause at the top of the breath. And then slowly exhale through the nose with that same force that you would use with your sigh. And hopefully you can hear that breath in your inner ear. You can feel the warmth being generated in the back of your throat. And you can think about the air that you're drawing into your body having a beautiful light or color associated with it, so that as you breathe in, you're breathing in perhaps the color of red. And you're watching that red color or that light as it enters the body. And maybe as it hits the chest center or into the shoulders, maybe it starts to shift into an orange, right? Transitioning into a deeper hue, another color. And maybe you begin to notice that as you breathe in, that light gets maybe hung up in a shoulder or a knee or a hip. And I want you to imagine that that light, that color that you're drawing into your body has this beautiful healing component to it. So it dissolves the tension, it dissolves the barriers or the debris that are stopping that light from traveling throughout the body. So as you continue to breathe, and maybe that light swirls and twirls, twists and turns, and it moves down towards your fingers and your toes. And with each breath, your body grows more peaceful, more still. I like to think of that light as God's beautiful, most precious gift of life. And with each breath that you take, you're breathing more of His love and compassion into your being. You're breathing more positivity into your life. Right? Our lives tend to reflect what we are looking for. So we continue to breathe. Today's devotion is taken from Jesus Soul Waves. My beloved, I am the light from on high that dawns upon you to give light to those who sit in darkness. Sometimes your circumstances are so difficult and confusing that you feel as if you're surrounded by darkness. Your mind offers up various solutions to your problems, but you've already tried them without success. So you fret and you wonder what to do next, feeling helpless and frustrated. At times like this, you need to look up and see my light shining down upon you. Gaze at me in childlike trust, resting in my presence. Let go of problem-solving efforts for a while. Beloved, cease striving and know that I am God. As you relax in my presence, remember that I am the Prince of Peace. The more of me you absorb, the more peaceful you will be. Breathe me in with each breath you take. After resting with me for a while, tell me about your troubles, trusting me to help you with them. Stay close to me, my child, and I will guide your feet into the way of peace. Now, I hope there was a word or a phrase or an image invoked by the reading that gave you just a moment to pause, to sink into it, right? Maybe breathing in, cease striving, and exhaling out, knowing that I am God. Breathing in, cease striving, and exhaling out, and knowing that I am God. So friends, when you're ready, open up your eyes, maybe wiggle your fingers and your toes. Just take a moment to breathe in, so both arms overhead. Lift the gaze past the fingertips. Just offer up your gratitudes for this day. Draw the palms together, hands to heart center. I thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. The light in me honors and bows to the light in you. May his love ring through your heart, mind, and body. Namaste.